Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial, and this time I'm going to speak about line arts and my personal opinion on how to improve your line arts. Now, line art is something that I used to hate a lot, and now I still sort of hate it, but I'm starting to warm up a little bit to it, and somehow I still get lots of compliments to my line art, so I thought maybe I will give you some information on how I do it and things that I think are important to have a good line art. So this is going to be a tutorial divided in two, and this is the tutorial number 1, and next month I'll do the second part with more tips on how to improve your lines. You can see my phone here. I'm filming at the same time, so if I'm looking down on the camera, it's because obviously I'm trying. So I've got one of my drawings here. It's a drawing that I might not complete in a very long time, and I'm actually not going to line art this one, but I thought I'd use it as an example. And one of the first things that I want to say is that when you're doing a line art, you should always have a new layer, especially for tricky things like long lines, hair. Just do another layer, and in case you need to change, like using a tool to change, or if you've done something wrong, it's just easier to erase it if you have a different layer. I'm starting a new, so obviously I'll have a different layer anyway. Depending on what you want to do, you go closer or further away from the actual drawing. So if you want to do a very long line, say you wanted to line art this, it's easier for you to do it if you're far away. So if you zoom out quite a lot, and there's a tendency for you to have a cleaner line. Whereas obviously if you want to do small areas, you'll have to go close up a little bit more. But again, from the outside, if you want like an airline, going from further away, it's just easier for the lines. This is my second advice basically. You just zoom out as much as you can for the lines you're gonna do. Something that I think it improves a lot the line is also the line thickness. So you have this, and you can use this in two ways. The way I use it is very simple. I basically do the outline fairly thick, and then I'll start diminishing the smaller I go inside of what I'm outlining. And then if I go for smaller details, I'll decrease even more. And I usually do it 3 times. So one big line on the outside, a smaller line on the inside, and then a very small line for the little details. So you can do that. And there's something else that you can do. I just find this one simpler. What you can do is having a brush that obviously goes with different thicknesses the more you press. And something that people usually also do is put more thickness on the shadow areas. So like this, and then this is not a shadow, so it goes thinner. And then maybe here there's a bit more shadow. And on this crease there's going to be more shadow, but in here it will be fairly good. Basically you can do one or the two, or you can do both, and sometimes I do both. It depends on my personal what I'm going for the image. But you have these two styles of lining that I think it makes a picture look really pretty, and one of them is just a very simple. The outline is thicker and then goes thinner as it goes inside. And then the other style is basically just put a thicker line on the shadows and a thinner line where there isn't shadows. As you can see, it already gives some nice sense of 3 dimensions just from doing this. So I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial. I know it's fairly short, but I'm trying to make them short and sweet so they're not too boring or too demanding. And I'll continue with part 2 next month, and I'll see you there. Bye!